I didn't finish the question though.
Oh, I lied.
No, I'm gonna do it.
Oh, you're gonna do it? Okay.
Yeah.
I want to hear what you said.
I lied. Oh no, I'm sorry.
I didn't tell the truth.
I didn't tell the truth because you didn't deserve it. You know, why do we think that everybody deserves the truth?
That's true.
You know, if you were treating me in a way where I felt like I wasn't being appreciated, if you were treating me in a way where I felt like I wasn't being valued,
Speak on it, brother.
you don't deserve the truth.
You don't deserve it. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I like that one.
You know what I'm
I'm
saying?
gonna have to take that one.
Well,
Everybody
because
doesn't
there's-
deserve the truth.
Everybody yapping, so why I can't be yapping?
Fuck them all, huh?
What's the deal, y'all? This shit be yapping. Everybody be yapping. Why I can't be yapping? Today we're gonna break down a little video on what's that? On the contrary, excuse that. You know what I mean? On the contrary, little podcast. They out there talking about who lies better, man or woman. Is it justifiable lies in relationship, things like that, and you know, little things like that though. But like, let's dig into this video. Enough of me yapping. Let's find out what they yapping about. I'll let your boy.
We are getting into something that has ended many of relationships, guys.
What's that?
More relationships than cheating has ever ended, and that is the truth. Literally, we're talking about the truth, y'all. We want to know specifically why men have such a hard time telling it.
Whoa,
is it
stop
avoidance?
it.
Is it habit? Are we starting there? Or are we going to go as deep as this conversation needs to go, guys, today? Because I know the guys are going to hate that this is the reality. But Rico, it sounds like you got something on your chest. So maybe before Rico starts talking, Lewis, you should kick us off with that quick fire question.
I'm already in.
Yeah, cook this smoke, bro. Like, I don't like how it's starting off. It's always, no, go ahead. My fault, y'all.
Annoyed at this, but all right. All right. Have you ever told a lie in a relationship that genuinely believed that you believe was protecting the other person?
People, we do that all the times for the women, to be honest. Like, you know, do I look nice in this dress and things like this? You know, little things like that, because a lot of times we don't feel like arguing or fighting or things like that. Like, you know what I mean? Is you listening to me? Yes, but you might be in la la land thinking about something else, like anything. You know what I mean? Just to protect that person's feelings. But it's a lot of ways, but let's hear what they gotta say.
Protecting
Women.
them from what?
Oh, you think women are the ones who tell the lies to protect the other?
Yeah.
I think
Yeah.
women were born liars.
I was
Absolutely.
about to say, because men, you guys are literally conditioned from young to lie.
No, we
Hide
are
your
taught.
feelings. Don't tell us how you really feel.
Conditioned.
We
Absolutely.
were taught to lie, but women were born to lie. I think there's
Nah.
a difference.
I don't think
Or
so.
maybe they're better liars.
So the
'Cause they're
reason why
born
you
it.
guys might say that is because for you guys to be the quote unquote more logical side of the bunch, you guys don't make decisions that make sense or are logical at all when it comes
That's
to
true,
when
though.
it's time to be honest.
You gotta know that.
That's a
Right.
broad statement.
It is because when I say it, right, there's always this rationale and mostly rooted in narcissistic behavior where you're going to tell a person that you lied to protect them when really it was to protect you from whatever reaction they might have to whatever you did that you feel like you need to lie about. But it's easier to say I did it to keep you because I don't want to hurt
what if
you.
it's you know how we factor in the size of the lie? Like this is a little lie in comparison to this. For example, I didn't take the trash out because I was gaming or something. I don't want to hear you complain about, oh, you always doing So I'm going to say, oh, I just forgot or I got home late. See, that's a simple thing. But when
Yeah.
it sounds like you're talking about something that can be a little extreme.
Yeah, damaging. Because the only lie that's acceptable to me is when I be like, babe, you want to call me to the store? Say yes. Tell the lie.
No, because that's the
And
thing.
What? Come to the store. Sis.
Okay,
No,
don't tell, when I say that,
absolutely
I
not.
mean,
I
if you
know.
really don't want to go,
Just say it.
but I'm asking you when
Oh,
I say,
yeah.
when I say, babe, you want to go with me, that's really my way of saying I want you to come with me, right? So
That's a lie. Just be honest. Like, that's what I'm saying. That's what the bull said. Like, y'all lie just to lie. Y'all professional liars. We lie on some protecting your feelings. That right there just eliminated your whole argument from the beginning of the show. Like, it just eliminated, like, flat out.
in that moment, maybe lie.
That
Sure,
sounds like
babe.
poor communication.
He was
Ivanka,
saying it's poor
could-
communication, despite
yeah,
the fact that
no,
it's me communicating ahead of time that I want you to lie about
It is
that.
100% poor communication because here's the thing. Here's the thing. Some women you need to lie to because they require lies to exist. Some women want the truth. The problem is every woman is either one or the other, so you don't really know if you're dealing with the woman that desires to be lied to or the woman that desires the truth until I either lie or until I see that you expect me to lie. If you ask me to, do I want to go to the store with you, the answer is no. Now, if I tell you no and you have a problem, I understand that you need to be lied to for the rest of our relationship.
So here's the thing. You got to know the difference between when a joke is being made and not.
But why I gotta be like that, brother? Like, you don't feel like going to the store. Plain out and simple. Like, there's no protecting no feelings or nothing. Like, I don't feel like going to the store. Like, what's the problem? Like, stop coddling them.
Because when I said I want you to lie to me about that, that's a joke, right?
No, but it's the truth.
But you're dead serious.
It's the truth.
No, I'm not, because there are plenty of times that he doesn't go to the store with me, and I'm okay with that too.
But when he does go,
But that's
do you
not the
think
point.
he really wants
Don't
to?
take it personal.
A lot of the times, yes.
We have to look
Yes.
at this from a realistic,
And I'm gonna say this to him, Daddy. Hey, Daddy, how you doing? It's the love of your life. You know me, and I know him. So there are times when he says yes because he genuinely wants to be around me, and we take quality time when we can get it because we're very responsible, hardworking adults who don't always have time to be with each other. So that trip to the store might be the only conversation we get to have that day. But there are days when he's tired, or his energy's lower, or maybe he just feels like doing something else, and I'm asking him in that moment, and he really don't feel like doing it. But he gets, in that moment, I might say lie, but what I really mean is,
What do
when
you
I
mean
say,
by that?
baby, you wanna call me to the store? If you're dealing with a woman who is typically very independent, could do certain things for herself.
Lie to me.
I'm asking for your presence,
Yeah,
right?
lie to me.
That's my conveyance of saying I want you there. And anybody who I feel like is in a relationship with people who, when you love your person, we know that there's a level of sacrifice in those scenarios that sometimes you make, sometimes you don't. If he says, babe, I'm really tired, I'm up to it, I'm gonna say, okay.
But Taz, what do you mean lie to me?
No, stop, because I don't want Taz to take it personal, because then
I
Taz,
just wanna know what it
Taz
means.
gets into, I mean, not Taz, I'm sorry, not Taz, Ivanka.
What I mean is, I don't like mean guys. To me, if you're mean, if you're telling me no, you don't want to go, that's mean.
So
No is mean.
Yes, I know it's mean. I don't want you to. I'd find another word. I'ma try. I'ma see.
What? Saying no is mean? Oh boy. It's gonna be a long reaction.
Another
Yeah,
phrase.
sure. And don't.
So you would rather uncertainty?
Yes, I don't want nobody. I don't want nobody telling me no. I don't like no. Since I was a kid, I don't like no.
But that's
Find
why.
another way to tell me something. Lie to me. If you cheating, lie to me. I don't
What
want
do
to
you
know.
mean by that?
If you doing some shit you supposed to do, lie to me.
What does no one do to you mentally?
Because I don't want to know. Because I'ma just get mad. Yo. I don't want to get mad. Keep me happy. Keep me on cloud 9.
So basically, you want them to lie to you to protect them from your reaction.
Yes.
No, to
What the fuck is this? I don't know.
protect
I'ma
her
go off.
from herself. Like, this is the thing. Men are not lying to protect themselves. They're lying because you're asking me to lie to you so you can operate at your best
But that's-
capacity.
Which is what I mean is, it is a form of protection in the sense that, right? Let's
You're not
talk about this.
gaslighting me today.
It's just
I'm
like
not
your
letting you
kids.
gaslight me today.
It's just
I
like your
can't
kids.
do
Like you lie to your
it. I'm
kids.
not letting you
All right, I'm
gaslight
gonna
me
go to
today.
McDonald's.
I'm not letting
I'm
you
gonna go to
gaslight
McDonald's.
Let
me.
me finish my thought.
'Cause you want them to be
Let me
happy.
finish my thought where I'm going with that. When I say that, right? First of all, people with the no situation, that's completely separate. You just said they're not lying for a form of protection. There's something called, there are different types of responses to certain trauma. And you might not think this is trauma, but if every time you said no to your woman, her reaction was a hissy fit or whatever, you're now becoming traumatized by this repeated reaction, right?
Yeah.
And because you want to avoid dealing with the mayhem of that, in that moment, you're fawning, right? You're gonna fawn. You're gonna appeal to whatever you need to appeal to in order to keep the peace, right? In the moment, sometimes because you don't want to deal with her because it's coming at who? You. So you're protecting yourself from her bullshit. Even if there's a level of immaturity in her response, it still doesn't change the reason why you're doing it.
Somebody lying.
Yeah.
Now, somebody, I don't know who, but I'm telling you, somebody's lying.
Yeah, somebody, like, you gaslighting, like, gaslight into the fifth power, like, fortify it, like, fire forest fucking gaslighting type shit, like explosive gaslighting. Like what? Like you said all that because of her immaturity and things like that. Like, come on, man. Like, come on. Like nobody feel like fussing and fighting. Like, come on.
If you didn't give a say what it is and not care what her reaction is going to be.
And I'm gonna lie to you too, baby.
I'm not saying
because
that
when you
I don't.
ask me, did you come? I'm gonna say yes, daddy.
Oh, so you lied
Knowing
too.
that yes, I'm lying. I ain't feel nothing.
I don't lie about that
Yeah,
one.
I'm lying. If
Cash
it's
your
that's
checks
not
out
mad,
as best he can and
Silly woman.
do
and I love
message.
him,
Tell that
I'm
nigga
not
you
about to
ain't
break
come.
his ego. Like, I'm just gonna be like, yes, it was the best I ever had.
So let me ask y'all this: is there?
I told you, y'all
But
were
then you're
born.
gonna be stuck with mediocre dick for or whatever.
No, because I'm gonna find another Russian now.
Go, Yvonne.
See what I mean? These girls be lying. Like, come on. Like, y'all not hearing this? Like, the woman saying it, we not saying it. Like, they're saying it out their mouth. Like, but we're lying. Like, we're lying. She just said if she not satisfied, she's just going to leave and find somebody else. Basically, she already got him on a speed dial. Like, come on. Like, come on.
Is there such thing as a lie that doesn't count?
For a woman, that
And the women in the crowd laughing and joking, like, come on, man. This can't be for real, man. 2026 is a bad year, man. It's just gonna keep getting worse and worse. Like, that's why we be having these talking points. We be trying to talk to the women, have panels and things like this to fix it. Like, nobody hate women. We just want to fix it. Fix it the right way, how it used to be. The feminists killed this. Like, oh my God.
try to tell y'all, women are born
That's what I'm
liars.
saying. But so those are the lies that I consider the ones that I won't hold against or charge to the game. Here's what.
A lie is a lie. Scratch a leaf, find a lie, find a thief, whatever it is. Catch a lie, find a thief, whatever it is. Y'all get my point. Like,
What I say, and I wouldn't even call it a full-on lie. Sometimes a fib. We got to give it those little.
Now we
words.
have.
now that's gaslighting, and you just trying to make a lie seem cute.
But
You know what?
But we make it fib. Like, it's, just finish listening to this. My fault, y'all.
what I mean is, no, because let's keep it
We're
real,
gonna get our
Rico.
moment, Rico. I promise.
Let's keep it real. And I'm not saying this to be a contrarian to everything you're saying, but what I mean is, in the moment, people usually make the decision, even if in the long term it can have a catastrophic effect down the road with the domino effect. People pick self-preservation in a moment a lot of times. So they may lie in a moment, right, thinking this is gonna keep me from dealing with this shit, even if they know it's going to eventually be some shit later.
Yeah.
And I think that's the part that I struggle with, which is why I don't feel like what you said, Lou, about big lies. Those type of lies always come back for redemption. Those ones always come back. And sometimes when it comes back, the impact of what happens then is 10 times worse than what would have happened if you just dealt with it head on.
You're a victim.
There we go, CSI.
Well, why don't you just be fucking real? That's
I
why.
am.
Well, that's my. I'm not talking about you. I'm just
I
saying in
am.
general. The
It's never the panel, y'all. It's never us on the panel. Generalization.
problem is this: we got women right now who want to be lied to, but then tell a man that he's wrong for lying to her, but yet he can't be honest with her even about the small things. So now it's really, like I said before, poor communication and poor expectation. If you want a man to be real with you, then expect the real answer that's gonna hurt your feelings. He's gonna tell your ass, no, I don't wanna go. He's gonna tell your ass, no, I was playing a video game, I didn't take the garbage out. He's gonna tell your ass, no, he didn't cheat on you, but he did. All right, maybe that might be extra, but what I'm trying to tell you,
that is extra.
Caveats, okay.
I'm just
My
joking.
thing is this.
I was joking
how
on
do
that
I
one.
give you a question? You gotta have discretion of the line. Like, I feel like people they don't get to learn their partner. Like, you supposed to. It's just like your kids. Like, you pick and choose what you're gonna say to your kids. You have to do the same thing with your partner. You don't treat me like you treated your ex. I'm sensitive. I'm okay. Damn, I can't tell her certain things. Like, but stupid lies, common sense is, if you went to McDonald's and you told me you went to Wendy's, like what? Why are you lying for? Like the
that's
lies that
pathological.
don't make sense to lie about.
But you know
What do you mean
what
by
I
that?
gotta say, honestly, though, Taz, there's an accountability on the person who doesn't want to be lied to. And that's where
Or
I do
doesn't
agree
wanna
with
be lied
Rico.
to. Okay.
Right. That's what I do with Rico. You just said it. You said I'm sensitive. So it's not my job to manage your reaction. It's your job to manage your reaction. If you're aware that you're a sensitive being, then it's your requirement to know how to cope with your sensitivity. It's not on me.
That's
God damn it! You can't make this shit up.
Yo, did y'all just hear what you said? Like, you basically got to be her psychiatrist, break down your own thoughts, your own emotions in the fly to make sure her emotions is right. And you got to figure out the math equation of square root of 12 and divided by 8, this and the third, to know when to lie, not to lie, and make an emotional decision when to lie. Like, that's all I heard was just,
Вот я тоже уже хочу шоколад, блин. Задумала, блин. Мне тоже шоколад. Я тоже хочу шоколад.
I cope. I find the people that know my sensitivity. If I'm sensitive, I don't want no man that's mean, that feel that every time you tell me no, let's go to the movies. No, I don't go to movies. Then you're not for me.
The only thing about
Because
that
if everything I tell you, you know what I'm saying? Like you have to compromise with me. If I like going to the movies and you don't like going to the movies, you're not gonna tell me no every time. You're gonna find a way around it, or else you're not the person for me.
I mean, that's agreeable, sis. Like, you know what I mean? Like, you got to make good choices. Like, that's all we be fighting out here about. Like, y'all women be making the wrong choices by just chasing this man because he got this and the third, or you got some motion or a couple dollars. Make the right choice that will make you happy, raise a good family, and make some kids that's great for society. That's all we ask for. We ain't mad at that, sis.
Oh, I don't like movies. I don't do this. Oh, I don't eat out. Oh, I don't do. There's so much things that you don't do that when you meet a person, they like to do. What if
Then
your
it sounds
girlfriend like
that's
to
a
go
lack of
hiking?
compatibility, because my thing is you can't force people to change what they're into. So my thing is there are things that I enjoy doing that my man may not want to do, but there are other people in my life who I can do those things with. It should not fall on the precipice of just
She got a point there.
your person to fill all of those blanks of everything that you love, they gotta love too. We're different. We're supposed to be different.
Yeah.
Which is why us coming together can often be a strength. If that, but I can't say, oh, you don't like going to the movies, but you're gonna have to go to the movies with me. Will he sometimes make that sacrifice and say, I'm going because my baby like it? Yes.
He should.
But does that mean it's about my pressure or force? No.
Yeah.
Because I like you as who you are, and if you don't, then don't be with that person.
Yeah, I'm not gonna force. I'm not gonna
but
force
I do
them.
think that all right, if I toggle sides and I side with my brother right here, right? Not on the men aspect, because he loves saying women. It's not just women.
Niggas lie too.
Yes, I was just gonna say it's fake ass
great
people.
liars.
But let me
and
ask you a
real
question. Let's
know?
say you're what do they call it up here? A gym rat?
Okay, sure.
Okay. Let's say you're a gym rat. You into health and fitness and whatever. Your girl, she's just naturally fit, but she's not into the gym. She's not gonna go to the rice bowl place. What of them places be going to? Okay. Would you like for her to go with you even though she's not into health and fitness?
No, I don't
You
care.
don't want her to no time, work out with you, nothing.
My thing is like,
Because you're gonna end up finding a girl at the gym that you like.
What do you mean?
Yeah,
No, but that means that his only interest in that woman is attached to going to the gym.
No, that's
Because
one thing.
But
though.
there's
that's what I
different.
mean. So
There's
just because she won't go to the gym doesn't mean that there's nothing else about this person.
Let me tell you
But I
something
think
about
what-
women, bro. If you have a man can make us do a lot of things that we don't like to do. Trust me.
yeah.
Look at your homegirls. Your homegirls will leave you at the club if their boyfriend call them and say, come. True. Because I've done it.
That's what you're supposed to do. Like, I'm home for work, bring your ass home. Like, you stay there, find another way to get home. Don't come in this house. Like, what do you mean?
I'm not
You
gonna
get what I'm
hold you.
saying?
He has to make me do it. I'll be like,
I'm
you
sorry,
just
girl.
can't-
My man call him, I'm out.
But that's
Girls,
not
that's
him
something-
making me do it. That's me doing. Bitch, you
Yeah,
can't.
but, like men could
Let's
make
keep
us
it
listen.
real.
I don't wake up early, but my call me and tell me, hey, in the morning I'm up early, bright as early. You know what I'm saying? Like men,
you up.
yes.
But
It's
I
the
don't think it's
reality
a
though. I feel like
one-way-
men, because men are leaders, yo. At the end of the day, they're leaders. So we're gonna follow.
Nah,
I'm gonna
I
follow.
like Taz Foundation.
No,
though. Like,
I mean,
hear
like
Taz
where
is
she's
mean
going
though.
with it.
I'm mean
going
though.
with it.
I'm not gonna follow
Yes.
everybody. Nah, we
No,
ain't
but I get
following
it, though. I
no
get it.
clowns.
But
out
what
here.
I think what you're saying has basis. Yes.
Yeah.
But I will say that I don't think that, I think it's too generalized.
Probably.
Right? Because you may prefer a guy who takes the elimination of thinking out the way for you, who you can trust and do whatever he's telling you, and that's that.
Tell me what to do.
Yes.
And lie.
And there are some women who balance that. Like, I'm definitely a tell me what to do kind of woman.
Yeah.
But I also have a man in my life who recognizes my power and knows that sometimes she knows what's better to do. So I prefer a guy who can lead, but also understanding that putting you in the leadership role doesn't mean he's not leading, because he's the one who chose for you to lead.
Listen, if
Like,
we
in
go
that
out,
moment.
don't ask me where should I park. Don't ask me where should we sit.
Decide
Don't
for
ask me nothing.
That's
I
different.
get annoyed. Like, don't ask me. I don't want
That's
to
different.
just figure shit out.
That's different.
I like
just wanna
that.
show up.
So are you quiet? Because I like quiet women
When
too.
I'm
Yo, why he read my mind? I was sitting here like, damn, this video is like 14 minutes in, and all I hear is them yapping, 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 yapping. And soon the guy says something, they like, boom, but like, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, I hope he cooked, man. Please cook, bro.
with a man that's you're not gonna know it's a whole different person.
Like, I like to.
As it should be.
You know that old saying, like, children should be seen, not heard?
Listen, I go out when I'm in a section in a club and the man done take care of everything.
Just asked the question about being quiet and you're still talking.
I don't. The only time you gonna hear me is when Future come on and he say free bands. And I start singing. Other than that, I'm not talking. I'm there. I'm there to be pretty.
You're this.
Yes.
Well, and in person,
but if I gotta
I
do
can see
too
that.
much, hey, I gotta call a hookah girl. I gotta do no.
No, now that's
That's
a
that
form of
Miami
that
shit I was
dominant
talking
leadership. That's a little different.
Yeah.
And not every guy has that shit.
Yeah, I don't want that
but
guy,
to
though.
stay like in the topic of the honesty thing,
Yeah.
I think there's two sides of this. I feel like where we're kind of slicing in the middle is that there is a difference between honesty and transparency, right? So honesty, if I ask you a question, you tell me the truth or you tell me a lie. Transparency is more so without you asking, I'm volunteering this information, right? And so some
And
people,
also includes not omitting.
Have you ever cheated?
a long time ago,
Just once?
once before.
I'm saying,
You keep lying like anybody's like you guys keep lying and lying and lying and lying and lying like people don't have the tape on you.
but did
At this
was it a
point, it's
serious
just
relationship that you
ridiculous.
were in?
Yes.
Did
But
you
it was
cheat
at the-
because was it like a get back?
No, we were just at the end. I knew the relationship was over.
Okay, but
Did you tell him?
Did you ever tell him?
That's a poor excuse, though.
Huh?
That's
Yeah.
a poor. The
It
reasoning.
ended the next day.
Whoa.
It's not an excuse. It's a reality.
That's
I made
what
a
happened.
decision that the relationship was ending,
Well-
and I got it. I wanted to.
But
It's
but
that simple.
that's but why didn't you just
And he was
Wait,
convenient.
right?
why
Wait.
didn't you just break up with him before you
I'm gonna be honest with you.
It feels good.
In
Get
that
back,
moment,
get back, get
right?
back.
In that moment, there were other factors at play, and I knew that he had also not been very transparent with me and honest. And I had long discovered and found out, and I gave him a lot of time to come clean. I gave him a lot of opportunities. So when I made that decision, it wasn't like I decided I'm cheating today and breaking up with him tomorrow. No, I decided I was going to break up with him when I spoke to him or saw him next because I didn't want to do it over the phone. We was together long enough to give that respect. But also, that nigga was there that day. And
Yeah,
I
you can
wanted-
break up with me however you like. I don't care if you text me, it's over. You don't you can email me, it's over.
It's not that he cared,
I
I
don't
cared.
know you really like
It's
somebody.
not that he cared, I
What?
cared.
What are
I
you
don't
talking
I don't
about?
need you to
this was more than
I don't need you to pull up on
14
me to
years
tell me it's
ago.
over.
You mutting it. You mutting it.
Just break up with me. However you break up.
might.
Text,
Rico.
email, Snapchat.
Well, it depends on where you
DM
want that
me.
relationship to be.
Yeah, that's true. You don't got to be all finding me, you know what I mean, hunt me down, but like, oh yeah, tag, you're it, like type situation. Just call a text. Like, you don't got to be all dramatized and all that, and you're going to be on my face like, yeah, I guess you ain't treat me right. You you didn't do that. Like, nah. Try to make me feel all bad because you breaking up. Like, bye. Like,
After.
I don't care what it is.
That's you. But
Just
what I'm saying is,
don't-
we don't have it. Even to this day, me and that person
Well,
have
she just
zero
never
animosity.
breaks
I
up
won't
with you
have
and
any.
just never
I
call you
won't.
again.
I won't. I don't care. Just the
right.
sooner you end it, the better, because you save me time. So if you send me a DM saying, "Hey, babe, this ain't working out. You no longer my babe,"
That's not your dumb.
I'm gonna say thank you. I appreciate your services, and we
Services.
carry on the
And
next.
that's exactly why I don't bother you, because of that last sentence, because it's just services.
We all like to be served.
If it is
And we
what
all
it is,
just playing
it
a
is
role.
what it
Oh,
is.
that's why
All
we
right.
gotta lie.
So if we talking about we gotta lie, I got a question for the men at the
Yeah, I
table.
was trying to get into that.
Right? Finish your sentence. Come on, Lou. Start it off, because you know.
I didn't tell the truth because we got to finish that
The
sentence, bro.
sentence.
I didn't tell the truth because I was embarrassed. That was my reality at the time when I lied for whatever I was lying about. And it wasn't really embarrassment, it was more shame. Young father, older woman, trying to get with people my age now and saying I have 2 children, that was shameful. You know, we're from that era where teenage pregnancy was a thing.
Yeah.
So when you meet someone in high school your age and you're like, yeah, I got 2 kids, or I'd rather say I don't have kids. I wasn't really lying about it. I just wouldn't say it. But then someone would be like, hey, Lou, how the
admitted
girls? Then the girl like, you got kids? I don't mess with no nigga with no kids. And it's like, oh.
So if they ain't ask you, ain't tell them.
I mean, listen, I would avoid having that conversation because it was like I had an agenda. Like I had to move how I had to move to get
He
what
wanted
I
the
need.
services.
You know what I mean? The services.
He wanted the
Let's call it what it
services.
is.
I ain't gonna lie, that's a pet peeve for me when about their kids. I think that's the one
But
thing
think
that you can't, like, if
the
I find out that
age.
you have kids after you told me you didn't have kids, I am done.
I mean,
It's a
as an
wrap.
adult, but
You're
I was
a kid.
I was I was 17.
He was 17.
That is not kid enough.
But listen,
That man, young man, trying to get some coochie. Like, come on, you gonna fall in for that at 17 years old? Like, come on. I can see him at 30, 40 years old. Like, you too grown to be lying about your kids. That's disrespectful. But 17-year-old,
I didn't know what I
Man,
was
that's
doing
not kid
at the
enough.
time.
What the
That's-
hell?
shit, listen,
17, you
Yeah.
grown. Yo, you probably got
No.
hair down there.
absolutely.
Probably.
then.
Well before that.
grown. He ain't even in the army. He can't even get a drink yet. He can't even carry a gun. And you talking about he grown. 17, I think if you have a job and you still in the house with your mom, you can't even claim taxes, but he's grown. Sis, cut it out. Cut it out.
I don't know. Y'all be having hair down there? at
Well
17?
before that.
You're
17, I
really from the
wasn't-
My
island.
son had it at 13.
I wasn't doing
child.
nothing. at 17.
Yeah, she talking about hair down there. Motherfuckers had hair down there at 12, 13. This girl is crazy.
I was pure.
Listen, it was just shame.
From the
You know,
Virgin
at this point, I'm proud to say I got a 27-year-old.
Well, what about this one?
So wait. You didn't finish the question though. You
Oh,
didn't-
I lied
No, I'm gonna do it.
because
Oh, you gonna do it? Okay.
Yep.
I want to hear what's your because.
I lied. Oh, no, I'm sorry.
I didn't tell the truth.
I didn't tell the truth because you didn't deserve it. You know, why do we think that everybody deserves the truth?
That's true.
You know, if you were treating me in a way where I felt like I wasn't being appreciated, if you were treating me in a way where I felt like I wasn't being valued,
Speak on it, brother.
you don't deserve the truth.
You don't deserve it. Who are you?
Who are you?
Who are you?
I like that one.
It is what it is.
You know what I'm
I
saying?
have to take that one.
Well,
Everybody doesn't
because
deserve the
there's-
truth.
There's certain shit that you do need to keep to your chest. Certain shit you do need to keep. The term invented was what? Take it to the grave for there's certain shit that really is best left taken to the grave.
I lie all the time.
Women take shit to the grave. Like, under 10 feet under. Like, ooh, them skeletons under there, man. Them joints is crazy. I know them skeletons is crazy. When a woman say anything about take it to the grave, oh man, she was out here getting ran down on. I just knew it. Like, once I hear it, that's all that pops through my head. Like, you was out here being bad.
Ooh, I
And
got
I have
another
no
one.
business doing things that I shouldn't be doing.
Not just started sentence. She changed the
I
whole
lied
sentence.
I lie all the
all the
time.
time. Shit. Okay, Bonka.
I lie when because I have
lie and tell him
no
I'm
like you
Russian.
be like, oh, you was with your ex.
Don't
I lie because I
forget.
don't have no business being there. No, what are you talking about? He was there. I just pulled up. He was there. I lie all the time to my daughter when she be like, "Did you block me?" I'd be like, "No, I didn't block you. I blocked her. I blocked her."
I told you,
My
women are
daughter's a
born
cancer-
liars.
I don't lie
Yo,
like that,
I watched my daughter, and this is
You
the
know
crazy
why?
thing.
No, I'm gonna finish why we are, because we're like, what do they say we're supposed
Manipulative
to be? No.
creatures?
Are we the protectors?
No, you manipulate.
What way you mean?
Like we're the nurturers, the ones that have to nurture people's feelings and stuff like that. Yeah.
Well, nurturing
So it's like I
people's
feel like that's
feelings-
part of we lie to nurture
No way.
the community.
I mean,
you know?
I say this like this, right?
I mean, listen.
I do think that women can be more deceptive and cunning because let's keep
That's
it
their superpower.
right. Not necessarily a superpower. I will say, but I can say that my attention, like I can't speak for everyone. I'll speak for me. My attention to detail makes me pick up on shit that a lot of people don't pick up on a lot of times, right?
What do you mean
And
by that?
sometimes there's certain things that if you notice it, you don't have to make it a thing or make it loud for the sake of stuff like you said, shame, embarrassment, or whatever the case is. There have been times where I knew something wasn't what it was, but it wasn't worth it to call it out for me.
So you lied to yourself.
Not lying to myself. I told the truth to myself, but I told myself I was okay with the truth, and I didn't even give them. They didn't even have to address it.
Okay.
Oh, I like
because
that.
I made the decision of my own.
I didn't tell the truth because I wasn't honest with me. Ooh, I like that.
That's definitely giving narcissistic nigga.
I wasn't
like
honest
it.
with me. You
That's
know,
what that is.
I thought I could be monogamous, but I wasn't being honest to myself.
You definitely preaching
That's some
for
real
the
shit, though.
narcissistic choir.
No, because sometimes you gotta sit with
Covert
yourself because
narcissist.
you know you thought you could do something until you in it.
I mean,
you know
there's
what I'm saying?
No, but I
self-evaluation.
will.
I mean, ain't that real though? Like, what's so narcissistic about saying, "Damn, man, I'm sorry about lying. I thought this young me monogamous relationship was gonna work, man. I wasn't being real to myself. I wasn't ready at the moment." Ain't that being honest too? Like, what is going on here? You just mad because the way he came off and how he approached the situation? Like, he was honest.
No, I ain't gonna lie, because I've lied
I'm
to
not a-
myself. I lied to myself about being in relationships. Like it's like as women, we already know when it's dead. We already know when they're cheating. We know when you guys are cheating. We know when you're lying.
But that don't mean it's dead.
Well, you know, yeah, it's not dead. You're right. But we know when you're lying to us about somebody. We probably already have the girl history, everything down to whatever, whoever you're cheating with. We already know, probably years in advance. But we lie to ourselves and to you and just stay in the relationship and let it go and let it go and let it go and let it. So I lie to myself sometimes.
But what's
Like,
the end
I
result
know
of
me.
that?
Right.
I don't even think. I think it's like self-destruction. I don't think it's It's like lying. It's just thinking like
They've
what,
convinced themselves in the moment that the lie right now was better for them, and then, like you said, later on, it likely destructs.
like why was I here? Why
But
was
I
you
will
have a
say
daughter?
I don't have a daughter biologically, but I do have a daughter.
How old was she when you came into her life?
Well, she's nine.
Okay, you have a daughter, right?
Yes, sir.
How old is your daughter now?
27 and 25.
All right, I have a daughter too.
Oh, she was 8 when I came into her life. Sorry, go ahead.
This is why I think women are born liars.
Does their dad lie to them?
Nah. I watched my daughter lie and she could barely speak English. And I'm like, she has an older brother. She was 3. And I was watching it. I was just watching. She got mad at him because he wouldn't give her a toy that was his. He was 7 or 8. And she started crying. Now, mind you, she doesn't even know I'm watching her. She started boo-hooing crying because she know daddy's going to come save the day. And she said, he hit me. Now, mind you, this boy ain't even touch her.
She's manipulative.
But that's when I was like, you know how many girls like caused war over a lie?
Now,
Damn, he cooked on that one. He made me start analyzing, start thinking things out. Like, you know what I mean? Damn, they just be lying to be lying. But make it fair, all kids be lying too, though. You know what I mean? You know, you could use that, but kids are bad as hell. So,
Rico,
And,
you're right about that
this
shit.
is why
Nope,
I
you're right about
say
that.
women are born liars. Because, like, nobody taught my
wouldn't
daughter
say
how to
born
lie.
liar.
Yeah.
She doesn't see nothing but
she
honesty.
didn't have to learn lie. We're not born liars. I don't think anyone human is born liars. I think we're born survivors. And sometimes
You got a lot
oh, here go that survivor mode.
to survive.
No, sometimes yes.
Oh,
That's literally the root of when I said fawning. It's called it's a trauma response. Fight, flight, freeze, but fawn is the one everybody leave out, which is
You're a victim.
Here we go, CSI.
kidnap me. Am I going to say all the things to trigger you? Am I going to say what I really feel about you right now? No, I'm going to try to understand you. I want to figure out why you want to kidnap me. I'm going to try to appeal to you. Maybe you don't want to hurt me. It's survival in that moment. And what she did was, it's him or me, right? So she manipulated the situation.
She fucking lied. There was no fawning. She was
Oh, she trying to justify this? Wow. She trying to justify this lie. Like, yo, be careful, fellas. Like, watch this show. You'll learn a little something, man. Take some notes.
Fucking liar.
Point,
No, you
that's
know what?
it.
We lied because of the
That's it.
reaction.
How is it not? How is it? You got to realize.
She wanted him to get
I'm
got.
not saying she was wanted, she was but she wanted him to get got.
That wasn't surviving. It was a toy.
No, I ain't gonna
It
lie.
was a
Women are
toy,
dangerous.
but
I ain't
we're
gonna.
talking about baby mentality. They're not thinking about it from us.
She says
People learn very early to protect their interests.
no. People learn very early, especially women, how to
Lord.
deceive, lie, and manipulate
Nah, not just
to
women.
win and get what
Not
she
just
wants.
I
women.
think so.
Let me tell you why I
I
think-
agree with you.
No, I'm gonna tell you
I'ma
where I
agree with you.
strongly disagree.
Because I do that.
Well,
Men are
that may
forceful.
be-
Women. Look, men
Rico,
are.
you
Men
gonna
are.
say men aren't from young, literally trained liars?
I think you see the difference is trained. I told you,
So
men
when I
are
say
taught
that
to
is,
lie.
You saying men are taught
I think
to lie.
men are naturally more forceful. I would argue you have to teach a boy to not be so handsy with people, right? In most cases, and you have to teach a girl not to lie, because I think men are born forceful.
Nah.
They'll take, and women are born deceptive, and they'll deceive or manipulate, which is
get what
also
they want,
lying.
right?
To get
He ain't lying, though. Men are hunters, takers, go-getters. Women are deceitful, this and that third, because, first of all, just the makeup and the hair alone is deceitful. That's not the real you. That's being deceitful. I know you enhance your beauty, things like that, but it's still deceitful. If you want to break it down to the root. If you want to go to the root, it's deceitful. Like, you're not showing the real you. You know what I mean? Like when you get in the pool, you come out, that's the real you. You know what I mean? When you're out there water, like, you know what I'm saying? The water is in the womb. Like when you come out, you're fresh. You know what I mean? Don't Christians say you get baptized in the water and all that, you're coming out fresh, the real you, because you're closer to God? Same thing. Like, you know what I'm saying?
what they want. That's their superpower.
So if you think about it from that perspective, there are plenty of men who lie to get women out of their underwear. If
Yeah.
you go with that same logic, there are people that lie to get jobs. There are people who lie about their credentials. There are people it's not I don't think this is a gender-based discussion. That's the first thing I want to say. But the reason why I do feel men are conditioned, this is the nature versus nurture aspect of it, right? Y'all are nurtured to not be truthful about your emotions often young. Every time I hear a guy say to a little boy, man up, that is a part of said conditioning. Why? Because if man up means I can't be real about what I feel, then I'm teaching you that what you feel cannot be openly discussed truthfully. So lie. Tell me you're okay when you're not.
Not lie,
Tell me-
but suppress.
Suppress and lie.
Depend on the parenting, because you can say man up. Like, all right, for instance, like boy riding a bike, he falls. You know what I mean? He's crying, he's upset that he fell. No, get up and man up. Like, you know what I mean? Yes, you hurt, whatever. I'm not mad at that. Wipe that sore off. Like, it's not gonna hurt forever. Get back on that bike and ride again. That's not holding your feelings. It's just, you know what I mean? Don't be stuck in this moment that you fell off the bike and you're scared to ride the bike again and you don't want to ride a bike or anything like that. It's just get back on that bike and ride. You know what I mean? Man up. Like, yes, you fell. Yes, you're hurt. You know what I mean? Life goes on. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's depends on what the situation is, though. Like, you know what I mean? That's why we say man up to the child. Like, you know what I mean?
Lie, where's the difference? Because if it never comes out, then that's suppression.
Well,
is
no,
a
because
lie.
lying could be, lying is ignoring the truth, but suppression could be just not
Talking about it.
embodying the truth.
You don't
I
realize
could-
how the pipeline though.
It-
how
it-
it
I'm not,
starts
sa-
off
but it's not
there.
synonymous. I'm not saying it can't be a gateway. I'm just saying it's not synonymous, right? And that's the thing. As a man, and this is not a man's fault. If you want anybody to blame why men have to tell men to man up, it's because most women don't want a man who's not manning
It's
up.
not.
Yeah, 'cause
Women-
we don't- I don't- we-
Women,
We
women
don't,
did
I
not-
don't.
And but I'm gonna say this. This is where we.
Yes, that comes from y'all in society. Y'all want this masculine, 6'4", 6-figure, tough guy, masculine guy. Like, you know what I mean? Like the person that show their emotions, this and the third, y'all be like, oh, he's soft. This soft ass nigga. Like, he's a chump. He's a wimp. He's a simp. Like, I could run over him. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that dude out there popping like 30 girls, holding his emotion in, being tough, this and the third, y'all attracted to it.
we have to talk about accountability, and this is a shared accountability topic. Yes, there are women who and I can't even call them women because all of that shit I don't subscribe to. But there are women, yes, who require a certain demeanor or way a guy show up. But the reason why I say this is not just on one side, because men also have fed that, because this has been what you guys have literally shaped masculinity in a lot of ways around, right? There are men who could get fired from their job and will not come home and tell their wife to preserve her feelings in that moment until he got an answer, or he could tell her, I lost this job, but I got this going. That's a lie. Now, I feel like in those situations, y'all are taught, conformity says, in this environment, you can't be truthful, you can't be real, you can't show your heart, you cannot wear your badge on your shoulder. In places, it's a weakness. It can get you killed in prison for some of those guys. Even if you want to cry, lie, because it's going to likely show a weakness in you. So I do feel like there are a lot of environments that men are placed in where they have to do that, but there comes a point in our big grown-up lives where we have to ask ourselves, right, is this really helping any fucking thing in the moment? Only time I lie to my nigga is when I'm planning something behind his back that I don't want him to know.
Cass, you're right about that, but what Rico said is a fact.
Women are not
we cannot be soft. Whether there is that small space where you can say, yeah, but we've been conformed, but that's absolutely right. But we cannot be soft. We are protectors at the end of the day. When I'm around, when you are around, if a man is being aggressive, the expectation, and that's just one example.
Yeah.
If a man is being aggressive, the expectation is for us to handle that.
Agree.
And if we don't handle that,
then you're
we're
judged.
looked upon.
You're
Exactly.
judged for it. However, the separation comes when you can't discern when you're in the right place for it and when you're supposed to turn it off. Because now that gets carried not just from public settings into your personal lives, and you're lying to your wife, you're lying to your kids, you're lying to yourself, you're lying to your family. And that's where I'm saying the line is. So if that's not a safe space for you to be honest, where does it exist? And if it doesn't exist, are you in the right places? Because you should have a place where you don't have to lie about who the fuck you are or what you're doing. That's all I'm saying.
Can I say one thing? Can I say one last thing before we move on from this? I think there's times when you should lie. I don't care what nobody says, especially when, like, my friends that are in the streets, there's times where if you're doing things that you shouldn't be doing, you're not supposed to tell your girlfriend everything. When the feds come, she don't need to know everywhere you've been. Yeah, you don't need to tell her everything.
For protection.
I don't want to know what you do. I don't want to know you just.
She a real one. Yeah, she a real one.
Shot somebody. I don't want to know a lot of things.
Exactly. Certain things
and hold it from me because you're protecting me. I have one of my best friends right now that's serving 21 years because he kept lying to me about how he was getting his money. I didn't know how he was getting his money. I just know he was living. But if he told me and I got involved, I would have been in jail too.
But you know the only thing
I kind of like the fact that he lied. At the moment, I used to be like, damn, but tell me what y'all doing.
Yes and no on that one, no. Because here's the thing, when you lie to a person, you remove the ability to make an informed decision in certain scenarios, not all. Yeah. But so you're living a lifestyle that could put you behind bars and you're omitting that detail from me. You're not giving me a decision that I would have the right to.
I'm cool with that though.
But that's you. But what I'm saying is there's some.
I see what she's talking about, and I can see what the other woman talking about. That's, you know what I mean? At the end of the day, like, you know what I mean? That's what we said. Make good choices. Like, you know what I mean? Figure out the patterns. Pick up on the red flags. Things like that. Like, you could have put yourself in harm's way. What if it wasn't the feds running the house? What was them boys coming in and look for merchandise? And I mean, you could have been tied up in the trunk, kidnapped, and this and the third, try to get to that bag. You know what I mean? So also got to have some discernment and really have some knowledge of what's going on around you too, sis. Like, you know what I mean? You're supposed to ask some questions like, hold on, like, what is going on here? Where you work at? Like, you're not even asking where the man work at. You just there for the money. So you one of them, you know what I mean? I was riding for you for a second, but it had to dawn on me. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Women that if they knew that was the lifestyle he was living, they would have never wanted to be involved with him.
Now that I don't like.
That's when you're preventing me from making a choice about my life based on your omittance of information that could affect me. Because you're right.
But that's what I'm saying.
Imagine you in a car with this nigga
feel like
and it's in the trunk.
It depends on the scenario. I think that it's valid in different scenarios. You know?
Because
somebody lying. Now somebody, I don't know who, but I'm telling you, somebody's lying.
Yeah, somebody's lying here, sis. Like, you got to pick a side. Like, you were just saying, yeah, I don't want it. Now you want to know because the sis brought up a major point. Now you trying to fix it. Now you lying again about your whole premise that you came up with. Like, you just was riding this way, then you just went somewhere else. You see how quick these women be lying, man? Like, that's crazy.
So
I'm not trying to be in your car when they run down on you.
Let's move on, right?
Don't run down.
So let's move on to the audience court.
Okay, so with the audience court, this is a situation that's submitted by one of our listeners. So thank you for trusting us with your business. The situation is this, y'all. I've been with my partner for 2 years. Recently, I found out he knew that the man who raised me is not my biological father. My sister told him before she told me, and he chose not to say anything for 3 weeks because he didn't want to stress me out. I'm hurt. Not about the situation itself, but that he made a decision about what I should know and shouldn't know about my own life. He says he was protecting me. I feel like he overstepped. Who's right? Your sister is wrong.
What?
Sorry.
Man, look.
Your sister's wrong.
I don't believe in lying about being anybody's parent. I don't care if you was in their lives for 50 years. Don't lie about being anybody's biological parent. Because at the end of the day, that person needs to have that moment with themselves and maybe that moment with the biological parent if that opportunity presents itself. But by stealing that away from them, by pretending to be something that you're not, is the worst form of deception.
Well, what it was
There's
is
no
that
protecting nothing.
that's not what happened here, though, Rico. What she's saying is she's with her man for 2 years, right? He found out from her sister that basically he knew who the man who raised me.
It don't matter about her sister. Her sister.
No, here's what I'm saying.
The boyfriend.
The boyfriend just learned 3 weeks ago from the sister that the person who raised her is not her father. It's not her biological father. He didn't tell her for 3 weeks after learning it from his sister. But basically, the sister already knew that man is not your daddy.
So
But I
basically
don't.
the
But
boyfriend
see.
is-
But y'all talk. See.
Yeah, that sounds messy. Like, as the boyfriend sister found out that the girl he with is not her father, like, what is going on here?
See, here's the difference with me and people. I
ahead, I
love
wanna
this.
hear it.
I don't care about the symptoms. What's the root?
That's what I'm trying to explain.
The root is the dad. The
Yeah,
root's not
Yeah,
the.
but let's say you find out your girlfriend's dad is not her real dad. Do you tell her immediately,
But
call her on the phone?
what I'm saying is whoever tells whoever,
The
whether.
dad's not here though.
But the dad is here.
No,
it's
the dad is not even in the picture
So apparently,
right now.
this young woman, let's put it like this,
The
she was
not-
raised by a certain man. But that man that she was raised by, or that she believed was her father, is not actually her biological father.
And he knew that.
Her sister
But he's
knew
not
that.
around.
And then
What do you mean he's not around?
Listen, he's not. No.
The way how she got the information was through
The
the
biological
boyfriend.
father is not in the picture.
The stepfather.
The stepfather.
The
knew-
stepfather is the
Yes.
problem.
Why is the stepfather the problem?
Because he didn't tell her the truth. Like, you're not listening to this.
Because he's the one that knew he wasn't the dad the
So
whole
why
time.
is the mother not the problem?
The mom is a problem too.
Because my thing is,
But the mom is, see, I don't expect,
yeah.
you gotta remember, I told you, women are natural born liars.
That's bullshit.
So the mom was lying since
That's
birth.
bullshit.
The sister was lying for however long she knew. The dad is the problem because he knows the stepdad or whatever he is the problem because
Everybody's
he was
at
playing pretend. You
so
can't
you're
do
saying
that.
He's playing pretend, and here we're getting into a family
And what if the
dynamic.
Yeah, like, the biological mother, to be truthful, need to tell the biological daughter that's not your dad. You, like, it all goes back to her, to be honest, then the man second. You know what I mean? He was just there playing his part, you know what I mean? Just trying to protect her, whatever. That's another point that I agree with, and I'm thinking of, like, men do things for the woman, and women do things for themselves. Like, you know what I mean? It's like some type of dynamics. Like, to me, it's like the mother could have told her daughter the truth. That's your daughter. Why you couldn't tell her the truth? You brought this man into her life. You brought her into her life, and he raised her. You could have been like, he probably wanted to tell her, and she was probably like, no, don't tell her. I don't want my daughter to feel all emotional. He probably like, all right, bet. I got you. He's still wrong but also it came from the mother, like you said, the root. Like, you know what I mean? Like, that's very tricky though. Like, you know what I mean? The mother's supposed to tell the daughter the truth. Like, that's the one that came out you. You're supposed to tell her the truth.
Okay.
I don't agree
The only,
with Rico.
the only thing I don't know by this prompt, right? The only thing I don't know is that if the dad who raised her doesn't know that he's not the biological father.
But I don't think that's what the question is. The question is about the boyfriend.
This question is not about those people. That's what I'm saying. We're getting away from what our actual listeners asked.
She said, who's right?
Let me say this. Let me say
if
this.
she should be upset with her man for knowing for 3 weeks without telling her
No.
after the sister shared it.
No, you shouldn't
and
be
that
upset.
Yes.
This is the problem. The
You
problem
need to
is,
be upset with your father.
No, okay, but she don't have the luxury of being upset with
The
him. She don't know
stepdad.
him.
The stepdad.
He's not around.
You're gonna be mad at the man who actually did the job.
The man that raised her, she should be upset with.
Emphasis in the word raised her. You're going to be upset with the man who was not biologically responsible for you, but took it upon himself to actually fill those shoes in your entire life.
That's a real situation.
And
Because
later
the mom
on,
probably
he's the
told him
person
to.
who should get the anger. The guy who didn't have to do it but did it.
Yes, because you know why? You know why?
Oh no.
He actively lied to this girl every day of her life, and you don't even know the situation of the biological father and why he's not present. He cannot even know.
Here's the thing, it doesn't matter.
No, it
Because he's
does
not
matter.
present.
No, it does matter.
It does matter. That daughter has the right to know who's like, that's what I'm saying. Lying about somebody that's in the third ain't cool, especially a parent. Like, that shit not cool.
And that's the problem, because when you got a guy who's actively acting like the dad but is not a dad, and now she doesn't know how to feel, it was the man's responsibility to be honest with that little girl from the second that he realized she was cognitively enough, she was able to cognitively digest the situation.
That's an overstep. First
No,
of
it's
all.
not an
And I'm gonna
overstep.
tell you why.
Yeah,
You're not the father. Don't be the dad.
But
What are you talking about? What's overstepping?
Rico, how are you mad at the person who stepped up for something that's
Because he lied every day.
Hold on, hear me out, right? I
He
understand-
lied every day.
I understand
The
that.
mom did too, and I didn't even get on her ass
Right,
because
but
she's
Rico-
really the problem. But you're charging me up right now. I gotta relax.
That's
I gotta
what I
relax.
was gonna say. Let's pause for a moment and let's really think about, like I said, because this is
Wait,
someone's
wait a
real
minute.
life, right? This is someone's real life, and not just our listener. Several listeners have lived this life. What I'm speaking about here is, one, we want to address the actual question being asked. That's number one, which is whether she should be mad with her boyfriend when he learned.
Can I answer that?
Right? Yes, but let me just put one thing out there. I understand your feelings about everybody who was involved in the lie, because I do think that everyone played a role in a deception of this girl's life and had her live in a reality that wasn't real. However, I do think that there's a level of
You I see a
consideration.
vein popping out right.
There's a level of consideration and expectation management necessary here, because I'm not going to be mad at a man who came into my mother's life, saw that there was a need and decided to fill it. And yes, maybe he could have told me at some point in his life, but if anything, the mom.
Some point.
Listen, yes, because we don't know at what age he came into her life, but she said raised, so I'm going to imagine it was
A long time. Yep.
But the mom is the person who made the decision to keep this information from her daughter. And the likelihood is that the dad or stepdad was respecting the mom's decision. Bottom line
And
is,
he was stupid too.
Stepdad knew,
He was dumb.
mom knew, even her sister knew, and no one told her. It got to her boyfriend, and he's the one who's now taking it on his back to come to her and say, I just came into this information. He took 3 weeks to say it, but maybe he had to figure out how.
That's what I want to talk about.
Yeah,
That's what I want to talk about.
because this is not a situation that you just be like, yo, I just heard that nigga ain't your daddy. You can't call her up like that. This is a conversation that warrants, I need to talk to you about something serious. I just learned something, X, Y, Z. No, I don't think you should be mad with him, because out of everybody in this scenario, he's the least responsible for the autonomy in this scenario. Yeah. I want to apologize on behalf of everybody
did you
involved.
read this?
Yes, I read it clearly.
So look, she said, I'm hurt, not about the situation, but that he made a decision about what I should and shouldn't know about my own life.
Exactly.
So she's not talking about she's not mad at the
my
boyfriend.
point. Yes,
She's
she
talking about the
No,
father.
she's not. She's
she's
saying,
talking about her boyfriend.
my sister told him, meaning, I recently found out that he knew, as in the
Let's
partner.
read it together,
Right?
okay?
Let's
I've
read
been
it
with
together,
my
yeah.
partner for 2 years.
Okay.
I recently found out that he, as in the partner, knew that the man who raised me is not my biological father. My sister told him before she told me, and he chose not to say anything for 3 weeks because
Okay.
he didn't want to stress me out. I'm hurt. So she's saying she's not hurt
No,
about
keep
the situation.
reading, man.
Right. Not about the situation itself, but the fact that he made a decision about what I should and shouldn't know. By he,
That
the boyfriend.
She wasn't talking about the boyfriend. The
Yes,
boyfriend.
she is.
Yes, she she is.
How is she saying about?
Because he's the one who withheld the information that her sister gave him for 3 weeks.
So she's talking about, okay, see, I refuse to believe she's this stupid. So I don't even want to go with that narrative, because if she's mad that he withheld the information for 3 weeks versus the who withheld information her whole life.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm trying to say.
When she say not about the situation, she's not talking about this anymore.
She's talking about the fact.
It's a deeper level.
What I should or shouldn't know about my own life.
Yeah, not the last 3 weeks.
She's finding it in herself to be mad at the one person, the boyfriend, right, who was the last to find out before her about this situation with her dad. What I'm saying to her is, no, you do not have a right to be mad at him. It was not even his responsibility to tell you. And the fact that after he finding out, the information found its way to you, he's actually the person who held the information for the least amount of time.
He actually saved you.
Okay, so what I'm trying to say is, she's
There's some deep shit though. This would be going on in the black community, to be very honest. Folks, like, things like this just need to be stopped. Like, if we want to fix the problem in this world, you know what I'm saying? Sometimes we gotta be very truthful, either it hurt us or not. Like the truth will set you free. And a lot of people be thinking like the truth is gonna hurt. Yes, it's gonna hurt for like a week or two, and then move on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Life goes on. Like, you're not gonna be criticized or whatever. Like, sometimes just telling the truth is the best thing. Like, people worried about what people think. Like, they're gonna talk about you good or bad, regardless. Like, oh, they ain't a child, or what a baby father had, like, embarrassed, the boy left and went to California, got a whole new family. All right, shit happens. Like, you know what I mean? Just tell the truth and move on. Like, you know what I mean? And people who grow up healthy, less mental situations that people be holding on to when they adults, and they lash out and end up doing the same thing. Like, just people, please just tell the truth out here. You know what I mean? Kids, that thing do be hurting kids. I know a couple of people in this situation that thought this person was their father and they felt some type of way. Then they went back to him. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, tell the truth.
shouldn't be mad because she's grown. At this point, it probably was over 20 years that everybody else was lying to you. So if he came and told you it within 3 weeks, you shouldn't be mad. But here's a bigger problem. We think, like, when people find out things that happen in our life, or there's things that happen, we're not therapists. I don't know how to tell it's even as much as telling my friend that her boyfriend's cheating on her. I don't sometimes know. I'm not a therapist. I don't know how to bring bad information to people. And that's the thing, like, we have to know, we have to know that, like, oh, why you didn't tell me? You, like, listen, he probably hurt.
Because these are the scenarios
He's
where
in a relationship
does
with you. He probably doesn't even know how to come to you with that type of information. Why would you be mad at him?
He shouldn't even.
It's just like when you're, okay, as a woman, right? When you tell your friend, oh, your boyfriend was cheating, she's more mad at you.
Sometimes for letting her know.
For telling her that the person was cheating on her. Is like, she forget the whole situation. She's hurt at him for withholding information.
But wait,
for 3 weeks, like, and your whole life you didn't know. At least he told you. Like, what is she? What I just
There's
don't
a
understand.
bigger problem. There's a bigger problem, and I think maybe God has put the situation for us to address it. So I have to address it, because as a man, you are the utmost worst individual if you actively know that you are not. Oh, let me take that back, because I got a situation where this happened with a friend, and he's a great individual, by the way. But you are doing the most damage as a man by not telling that child the truth.
No.
Stop.
The person doing the
let me
damage is the
finish.
nigga
Let
that
me
didn't
finish.
stay,
I don't
Rico.
even need you to agree. Just let me finish.
Period.
Right? You are doing the most damage by lying to a child who would eventually be an adult throughout this entire period when you're pretending to be the biological father. I don't know the situations on why the biological father isn't there, but it is not your job to protect that kid or adult from the truth of that father. That child. Stop. I'm not done yet, ma'am.
Okay, go ahead.
Let me finish. Let me finish.
Excuse me.
Because what happens is this, right? What happens is this. When this person becomes old enough and they find out this bomb of a truth, you don't know how that person is going to deal with it at this late age because they've been lied to not only by you, they've been lied to by their mother, and you said it, they've been lied to by everybody who's around them, if their siblings know about it, and now you don't even know who to trust because the people who are supposed to be your closest people can't even be honest with you about the biggest situation in your life. Now,
This motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking
Whoop-de-doo, it happened.
Can I s-
You grown.
No,
Now
no,
you
no.
gotta move on
nah,
from it.
bro.
I don't think
Like,
it's
I
that.
haven't-
Let
wait,
me
wait,
say
wait.
this.
I
I'm
got-
going to speak from
We can't
personal
go back.
But wait,
experience.
I
We
gotta,
can't
wait,
go
wait,
back.
I'm not done yet because, and I'm saying this from an experience with my friend who was being the biological father of his daughter for 14 years. She found out the truth. This happened recently. And when she found out the truth, she tried to harm herself. Okay?
Okay.
So you don't know.
So let's pause what you just said.
Why you gotta pause what he said? Like, these women up here just yapping, man. Like, you had the first segment, like, damn near 20 minutes. Like, now this segment, you just want to keep yapping. Like, you know what I mean? They over there sipping, like, you know what I mean?
We love that liquor, love that liquor, love that liquor, baby. What they say, Patron make you do wrong. Henny make them spin that penny. Paul make your ass fall. Casamigo have you spinning. Bitch, spinning. Bitch, spinning. Bitch, have your head spinning back.
That nigga be having them yapping. Like, I see you over there sipping. Sometimes they be having you aggressive, just overdoing it. Like, let this man talk. He talking about some type of experience. Like, you got experience, but let that man finish. Like, I don't understand these panels and talking things. Like, it seemed like men panels, if we ain't having heated debates about LeBron and Jordan, politics or something like that, we do be aggressive. But when we try to make sensible arguments, we do take our time and let each other talk. It feel like these women, they don't allow nobody to talk. So you say, hold on, yeah, you be like, oh yeah, A, B, C. Hold on. I'm trying to talk about EFG. Like, you be like, damn, like, relax. Like, I ain't even finished, but just go ahead.
Rico, and I'm going to say this trigger warning. You said harm herself. The emotional regulation skills for a child versus that of an adult are two very different things. We cannot have an expectation for small children to handle certain information with ease, even though children can be resilient. I'm going to speak personally. I am a mother to a 6-year-old whose father is not actively, biological father is not actively in his life, and the man who lives in my house is the one who is fathering him. Now, I have made the conscious decision to make sure that my son is very aware of who his biological father is and that this man is not biologically his, because I think that it actually gives him more reason to respect the man in my life who's choosing fatherhood,
Can I
right?
say something real
Hold
quick?
on, I'm so sorry, Taz, because I have to put this out there and I need to get this thought out there in full. But what I can tell you is dealing with the reality of knowing that his biological father isn't here has my child in therapy at this point in his life as 6.
That's what I was
Emotionally,
better
he
now
can't-
than later.
Right.
No, you say better
No,
now
it's
than later.
better later.
Hold
Better
on,
now
hold
than
on.
later.
Let me say what I'm saying here on this. It is situational based on what that child can handle and any other circumstances surrounding a family, because if you think a grown person would kill themselves, can you imagine how much easier it would be for a child who lacks the skills and ability to potentially manage the depth of emotion that comes with that type of information could easily do the same thing? And the worst thing about it in the situation is they're dealing with the pressures of society, of being a child in an environment with bullies, with kids, with all these types of things, to come home and feel like this person who was supposed to want them did not want them. And I'm saying to you, even with all the love that my son gets from his mother, with all the love that he gets from that man, it has not stopped him from missing that love at this point.
All right.
Right?
I gotta
So
say this.
I agree with you.
I gotta say this, Cash.
On it, but
Yeah, I don't know, sis. Like, you know what I mean? It depends on the parenting. What are y'all talking about in the house? Like, it's better to tell a child than an adult. Like, the child's 5. You know what I mean? He's starting to understand. You just be like, look, this ain't your dad or this ain't your mom. You know what I mean? Situations happen, life goes on, but we here to love you. You think the child is like, oh no, I want to kill myself. No, he's not. Like, you know what I mean? Versus somebody that's like 30 years old, you tell them now they in their mind like, damn, you lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me. You lied to me. I don't even want to be here. Like, you got some people that just want to delete themselves after something like that, though. But telling a child the truth at a young age is more safer than telling somebody older. It's just plain and simple. Like, you know what I mean? You could mold and teach and do a lot of things with kids when they're younger. Like, stop trying to think these kids is like not smart and they not emotional intelligent. These kids are very smart and they understand. Like, just tell them the truth. That's it.
Lewis, last sentence, I swear to you. I do not think the responsibility is on the stepfather. I think the only people who are responsible are the biological parents. It sounds like the mother may still be alive, or whatever the case is. She's the first person who chose to keep that from the child, and that father was the person who chose not to be there for that child. And they are who is
Or
responsible.
potentially, we're not gonna. I don't want to assume why he's not there.
I'm not making an assumption, but either way,
He cannot know where that child is.
He may not know where that child is, but he knew that he came in a woman. But all I'm saying is
that doesn't mean.
He could came in a woman, then the woman could have been like, you know what I mean? All right, I'm out and move, but this and third, or he went to the army, he moved, and she never reached back out. Now she met a different person, was just like, hey, what's up? And they had sex, and the timing 9 months later, you know what I mean? Things like that can happen. Like, you know what I mean? Like, nobody's saying the guy is wrong or right, though, but at the end of the day, scenarios out. You can't just make assumptions. Like, at the end of the day, you know what I mean?
Right, but we're always wanting to put the
let's
responsibility
think
on the
about this,
people who
Cash.
chose to stay.
Cash,
When
real
the
quick.
but we're making up excuses for a guy. We don't even know why
Cash,
he's not
hold on.
there, but we're already protecting him.
No, you
Meanwhile, this
already
mother-
shamed him.
I did not.
Yeah, you can't shame, and you saying we can't protect. So basically, leave them out of it then. You know what I mean? Because if you shame, somebody's going to be on the other side to protect. If you protect, you're going to shame. Like, same thing what we do with women with certain situations. Like, you know, y'all ask for the same grace for all the little whore things y'all do. You know what I mean? Like, you know what I mean? When you're 16 to 21, y'all just busting it down, just doing y'all. Then, you know, 22, 23, you're going to church. Now you save. Now, you know, you know what I'm saying? Like, come on, y'all ask for the same grace when y'all grew up and try to change. But now this man is trying to, like, we don't know. Like, we just don't know. You just go off the question. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Assess what you're reading.
Yes, you did. You said he chose not to be there.
I didn't. I said the responsibility should fall on the two parents who made the child, and I stand on that statement.
And
if he's not there, for
he
that
doesn't
child,
know.
So there's a 50-50 chance. Probability says he could know or he might not. The bottom line is the person who 100% knows is her mother.
Yep.
Secondarily, everybody else that's involved is considered collateral damage because this was never their lie in the first place to keep, and they were all tasked with the responsibility of keeping it. The stepdad had to respect the mom's rights.
He didn't have to respect that
maybe
at all.
he didn't, but you don't know what problems that could create in his own situation.
I don't
with his
care
woman.
what problem it is.
You don't, Rico, but this ain't
Still
about
right.
you.
Hold on. Ultimately,
It's not about you.
ultimately, like
It's not
what
on
we
any of
tend to
them.
do as parents, we think we're making the best decisions for our children, when a lot of the times we're doing more damage than anything.
Because we're learning.
Like-
We're learning on the way too.
So
Exactly.
a child learning about autism, right? For example, they're learning this at 8 when we could have adjusted. We could have handled this before at 2. You know, things have to make sense. We can't wait for someone to become an adult to now hit them with this bombshell. What Rico is saying is the gentleman at some point should be having a conversation. We can't assume, but let's just assume. Should be having a conversation with mom. Hey, we need to tell your child that I am not the father. Because finding this out at 28, a friend of mine is dealing with this right now.
Yes.
He found out at 19 and he still doesn't
Dealing with the
have
grief
a
of
good
it.
relationship with his mother. Not the father that raised him. He has
Thank
an
you.
issue with his mother.
That's my point.
And he's 44.
That ain't your point, sis. Chill out. Chill out. Let the boy talk, man. Go sip on that liquor.
So what I'm saying is we need to remove ourselves as parents and stop thinking that the best decision for our children is to hide the truth. It is not. It's best, even at 6.
No.
If your
It's
child
the
is going
better-
through therapy at 6,
Psychologically,
you're
no,
there
it's-
with
Yo, chill out, sis. Damn.
Shut up, silly woman.
Yes, it
you're
is.
there with
I'm
your
gonna tell
child at
you.
6.
No,
Wait, can
there's-
I say something real
it's
quick?
not.
Let me
we
say
cannot
this.
make that as a blanket statement, Louis. And me responsibly as a person who is in a clinical profession, I cannot let you say that. And it be the case.
But it varies, Cash. We
That's what
know.
that's my
Everyone,
point.
it
But
varies
what I'm
all
saying
over.
is-
Your experience and my
I'm
experience
not
and Rico
speaking
is
from
going to be
personal
different.
experience. I'm speaking about from professional experience. Let me be very
Professional
clear.
experience
Hold
is
on.
the sooner
Hold
you
on.
attack it, the better it will be.
You
No,
think
but
that,
think
but
about this
there
scenario,
is a
right?
way
Think
to
about this
deal with
scenario.
things.
Let's think about real, not let's think about about what's right, what's wrong, right? You have a child that's being there, right? Let's say it's a baby, and the baby says, "Dada," right? The child don't know no better.
At that point,
so every
yeah.
time the child say
They're
"Dada,"
not
you're gonna say, "No, I'm not your daddy."
Exactly, which is why
No, I'm not your
developmental
daddy.
age matters.
No, let's
but
say
Rico said at a certain point when the child can understand.
What
Agreed.
point is that?
We would
What
know.
point is that, you think?
Agreed.
5 years old.
No, let me tell you, no, it's not.
It could be.
5
Let me tell
years
you
old.
this. So from a psychological standpoint, the ages of 0 to 12 are the most foundational areas for a child's life. Let me put it like that.
Exactly. So you start the foundation with the truth.
However, their dissonance and their ability to discern information does not develop that quickly early on. First of all, most people don't even remember after age 3. If I'm 6 years old, I probably only have 3 years of my lived life that I can actually recall, even remember. I can't process how to handle the emotions of falling down and hurting my knee. I can't handle telling me that I can't play Roblox at 8 o'clock. I can't. So you want this child to handle this information. It has to be case by case handled, but I do think what you said, Taz, should be brought to the top.
What?
With a professional. Because if you don't know how to handle, communicate this information, you get a kid, somebody involved. The reason why my child is in therapy is because despite me even having this profession, I still want to make sure that I'm making the best decision for my child. And sometimes as a parent, the best decision you can make for your child is knowing that you're not the right person for the job. And if you're not, get the right person. Take that child to a therapist and make sure that that therapist would advise that that child is capable of handling that information before you put it on them. Whether they 5,
I don't know about that one though. You got to be conscious parents, like, you know what I mean?
You're right.
13, 16.
Here's a scenario.
The reality
But
is
here's the
this,
problem.
though.
No,
But
here's,
the
wait. Here's the problem.
You don't know what else is going on
Here's
with
the
this
problem
person.
that I have. We keep on trying to turn our people and ourselves to other fucking people. Guess what? This professional is gonna say, do it at 6. This professional is gonna say, do it at 16. None of these niggas know the answer.
No, they're not.
That motherfucker don't miss.
No, he's fucking good.
That motherfucker don't miss, man.
He's good.
In the heat of battle, he don't miss.
No.
In the heat of controversy, he don't miss.
These niggas know
not
the
how it
answer.
works.
Let me
Not
tell
a
you
good
something.
professional.
The best way to deal with life is to deal with life head on at the earliest possible way.
That's
you know
God.
why? Because when it happens, it's easier
don't think
to
it's
learn.
right.
If you have a situation where you have a grown man who found out at 19 and he's 44 now, right? He's 44, still dealing with it. You know what it is? Because as an adult, it's hard to trust anybody when you couldn't trust your
Everything
mother.
before that was
So
wrong.
And I
now,
don't
so
disagree
now,
with you,
so now,
Rico.
what I'm saying is,
You are disagreeing with him. Like, you sis.
this as a kid who didn't have his dad in his life, right? As a kid who was raised by a stepfather, I appreciate my stepfather for the time that he was in my life. But at the same time, I also love the fact that I had to go through those hardships of not understanding why my dad was there. Because by time I got to 18, 19, 20, I was able to learn how to deal with it. I done dealt with the situation all my life. Now I can assess it as an adult. I can process it. I can now learn how to navigate my emotions and feelings and understand the reality. But if you drop that ball on me at 20 and I just live my whole life as a lie, I don't know how I'm gonna end.
Well, that's Rico. You're subjectifying the situation.
Can we say one last thing?
Yeah.
All right.
Because I feel like we're scaring. This is why people don't want to date people with kids. Can we just give a round of applause for the step parents that do
Yes.
come into their lives
Yeah, but-
and be
Also, but
step
Rico-
parents
and Rico, you're
and
not
take
wrong.
the position that somebody else didn't take because that's important.
Yes, but
Let's
I
not
also
say
that's
take
more,
the position.
honestly, that's
Rico.
more
Just say
important than the
fulfill.
absence of not
It
having
does.
it at
It
all.
matters, but it
so
doesn't
let's
mean
not,
that
you know
that
what I'm
person
saying?
isn't gonna
This is why
feel it.
guys are like, yo, I'm not dating nobody with kids. I don't got time. And that's a bigger problem than actually having somebody that's there that's willing to do it. Like, I feel like the absence of the father at all would have been worse than having a father that was there.
And didn't
Yes,
wanna
she
be
has
there,
to
yeah.
deal with the trauma, but somebody was in that position that was taking the burden off the mom that she probably would have had a worse life. If she probably would have been struggling,
have that
her mom would have
step-parent,
probably
yeah.
been, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we gotta,
But
you know,
I want to
you
say
get what
this
I'm
to
saying?
Rico.
So we gotta move on though.
I don't want to. We have to close, but I don't want to make you feel invalidated because I do feel
No,
like
that's right.
Wait, time out. Hold on. Wait.
Hold on.
Let me get this very clear because I
Rico.
want to make sure we understand
Rico.
this for the duration
Let
of
me
all the
finish this
time that we walk.
sentence before
I
you
don't
have
need
this
to. I
response.
don't need to feel anything. There's
Let
no
me say
validating,
this
invalidating.
before you
Yeah,
finish
that
your-
feeling shit don't
you
work.
don't have to do your speech because
Okay.
you need to hear the full thought before you respond to it.
But I don't want you to
When
try to align with me to make me feel better because I don't feel
let me finish, 'cause
indifferent.
no, you
Feel like she about to be like,
Я тоже уже хочу шоколад, блин. Задумала, блин. Мне тоже шоколад. Я тоже хочу шоколад.
I'm gonna get a benefit of the doubt. Let's go see.
You're assuming what I'm about to do, and you don't know what I'm
No,
about to do.
I wasn't assuming. I was
Based
just
off of
clearing
my
it
first few words.
Yes.
When I say I don't want to invalidate your feelings on the matter, you spoke personally. You included your own personal experience in the scenario, and you subjectified it by saying, I also went through X, Y, and Z. I want to make this blanket statement to you. I don't think anybody is wrong, and I don't think anybody has the perfect answer. What you said about it being better to face it early on is because that's what benefited you. What I'm simply saying, taking me, my child, you, your situation, your friend, his dad out of it, is it is a case-by-case scenario, which is why when I said bringing a professional in, they're not gonna say it's better to say it at 6. They're not gonna say it's better to say it at 17. They're gonna look at all the factors going on in that person's life and determine whether at this given moment.
No, depending on what psychiatrist you go to, they're going to be picking and choose. They're going to probably go with the same thing he's saying, but pick and choose what age to do it and evaluate y'all and come up with all this bullshit. Like, the bull ain't wrong. Go head on. Like, you know what I'm saying? Head on is the best way. Like, I don't know what you're cooking up. Like I said, she just sounded like she.
They can handle it. And that's the difference between your friend, your cousin, your mama, and a true professional who understands that they have to assess all factors before they do something. Then you tell them. But bottom line is, I think what we're all hearing on this episode, y'all, is that the truth not only can hurt, it can extend long periods of time, it can harm, and it can take away people's ability to make a decision about things in their life that they should have the right to choose on. And in the end of the day, nobody has the right to remove a person's right to decide.
She just wanted to be the
I would
last one
say,
talking.
Let's just stop the lying, unless I ask you if you want to go to the store.
Yeah, I mean, I definitely agree. But I do believe that time heals all because it gives you the opportunity to learn how to deal with whatever you're going through. So whenever you're actively lying, you're robbing away the time that it's going to take for this person to heal. So I'm going to say, rip the fucking Band-Aid off immediately and just be honest. Allow everything to process in the way that it is. It is not your job to feel for another person. It is your job to allow that person to cope and deal with whatever it is that they need to deal with on their own time. Let go, let God.
Yes! Randy Watson! That boy is good.
Hundo.
I usually say that about coming.
We're adults. We're adults a lot longer than we're young. You know, we have less days ahead than we do behind us. When you think about that, a decision being made as early as possible would benefit anyone. I could care less what the scenario is. Hypothetically speaking, it could be, if you don't know, just for the sake of that last question, if we don't know what's happening at that age, and then a man pops up and says, I'm your dad, but that's been your dad, but no one's told you that wasn't your dad, imagine what that scenario would look like. I'd rather know than to not, and I think for anyone that's a parent, you know, share with your children whatever, you know, issues you may be dealing with. Don't absorb it and think you're making the best decision, because you could be making the worst decision. Like Cash said, maybe get a therapist involved, a professional, but you're always gonna get a different response. Yeah. Timing is gonna be based on questions they ask the child. They're always gonna factor that in. So just be mindful of that, and, you know, and just be supportive. Support your kids the best way possible, and start it as early as possible, because then you'll get questions like this, where it's an obvious adult having these issues where they're upset at a man, where they should be upset at their sister. You know, their thoughts are not just where they should be. But on that note,
Taz,
this was a wonderful.
I'm sorry, Taz. Did you have a comment?
I just think it's case by case. I do believe in telling the truth in those situations.
What does Ivanka think? I don't want to know what Taz thinks.
That you should do what's good for you in the moment. Nobody knows what's good for you in the moment. So whatever is good for you in the moment, because a lot of times we make decisions for our kids because we are the people that, we're the person that's supposed to make the decision for the kids. We cannot think like, what would she want to know? Because they don't know what they want to know.
Sometimes
and at the end of the day, I would have preferred having a dad, period, than having no dad at all.
I'll say this.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah,
if a man
that's
decides
true.
he doesn't want to be in my life and somebody else steps up, she'll be mad later. You
Sometimes
understand?
the truth is actually what brings the peace of mind.
The
Yeah,
truth
I know
sets you free.
They say it sets you
The
free.
The truth will
Sometimes, yeah.
set you free.
So
Yeah, man. Yeah. They over here capping this and the third. Like, you know what I'm saying? But that was an all right episode. Like, I don't know what y'all think. You know what I mean? Leave something in the comments. You know what I mean? Don't forget to hit the like button. Share the, you know what I mean, the video. You know what I mean? Show some love. You know what I mean? But also though, you know what I mean? Tell the truth. You know what I mean? Like he said, rip that Band-Aid off. You know what I mean? Just rip that Band-Aid off and try not to like let other people in your life, like, you know what I mean, trying to set your life. You know your life. You know what I mean? Just stand tall and just take care of your responsibility. You know what I mean? Tell the kids the truth. You know what I mean? Be a conscious parent, be in your kids' life. Don't let the TV raise them. Don't be out here in the club, let grandma raise them. Be in these kids' life. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, if you do that, everything else will come in fruition. Like, it would just play out the way it needed to play out. Like brother said, like, you know what I mean, this boy I just met on, you know what I mean, in this YouTube world, you know, conscious and parenting is the key. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you gotta be involved in these kids' life. Like, you know what I'm saying? Give them love. You know what I mean? In the long run, they're gonna respect you about anything you do or anything you say. But, you know, another one down the bus, you know what I'm saying? You know, ShizzBeYappin, everybody be yapping. Why I can't be yapping? You know, I'm signing off. I'm out of here. Peace.
You know, I'm leaving. I'm leaving. I'm fucking leaving!
Put me on there with I'm the Santa Claus.